Hey guys, so in today's video we will learn how to simply blow dry natural hair as well as how to properly oil your scalp. So we're going to start with the blow dry process. Number one, you're going to need a wide tooth comb, you'll need some clips to hold the hair, and you'll also need a blow dryer that contains a comb attachment. Did I say that right? I think so. Okay. So what you're gonna do is start by parting the hair out. So here's where people get really caught up. They see all of this hair, especially stylists who are very afraid of natural hair. They see a lot of hair and they just get intimidated. You get scared, it's gonna be too much work, it's a lot going on. The simplest way to attack this is by actually sectioning the hair off and just going section by section. So what I like to do is section off the crown, which is the top of the head. I also section off both sides, which is right above the ear. And then I section off the back, depending on how dense the client's hair is, or your hair or your child's hair. At that time, I might split it in half in the back section, or I might just work with the entire section. In her case, I am going to work with the entire section. But before I actually got to the blow dry phase, I did spray some leave-in conditioner on her that also had a little bit of heat protectant in there. Keep in mind, when you're utilizing heat protectant, guys, you don't want to smother the hair with heat protectant. It should be no more than about a nickel to a quarter size of heat protectant for her size head of hair. So we're utilizing two techniques here. Number one, the easiest one, of course, is utilizing the comb attachment. But when you're utilizing that, you always want to make sure that you are detangling the hair before you get to that phase so that you can make it easier on yourself. And I usually start from the ends and work my way up to the roots. That is the easiest way of keeping the hair detangled and making this blow dry very, very easy for you. Now, when you are utilizing your comb attachment, if you notice, I am actually holding the nozzle of the blow dryer. Yes, you want to at least try to be as ergonomically correct as you possibly can and as comfortable as you possibly can. If you're holding the handle of the blow dryer and trying to use the comb attachment, it kind of feels uneasy on the wrist, number one. It'll make you extremely tired and you'll want to give up. So I hold the nozzle portion of the blow dryer as long as it is comfortable for you in regards to the heat. And I blow dry that way because it gives me more control of my blow dryer and that comb attachment. For those of you where the comb attachment keeps falling off, this particular blow dryer, which is the FHI blow dryer, the comb attachment actually stays on because it has a groove in this blow dryer. This is in no way, shape, or form a sponsored video, so definitely you can utilize whatever blow dryer you choose. I just like to use the comb attachment for my natural babies and goddesses too. So right before I said that, you guys saw me take a towel and wipe off the nape of her neck. Why, you say? Well, with the blow dryer actually facing down, it is actually doing just that, pushing the water down on her neck. And the nape of your neck typically is the last place to dry. That's typically the hidden area that we never notice is not dry, as well as behind the ear. So I always utilize a towel to kind of sap that water up when I'm midway through my blow dry. And then I'll use the blow dryer and blow dry in a upward motion just at the nape of the neck. Now, you saw me split the hair in half. Why? Because you want to utilize that to check for wet spots. I can literally see and feel the wet spots because you'll notice that they are darker in color, especially on black hair. And you'll notice that the ends are dry and movable, but the roots are cold. That means that the hair is still wet. So utilize these techniques, complete your blow dry, and life is bliss. Right? Right. So I'm going to finish out her blow dry and then we will go into the oiling of the scalp. All right, peeps. So we are now to the rocket science section. No, I'm just joking. This is where you're going to learn how to properly oil the scalp. Okay, it is not rocket science, guys. I promise you, this is the easiest thing you'll ever do. And once you do your oiling of the scalp this way, you'll thank me later. Number one, it saves you product. Number two, you are actually nourishing the bulbs like you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so let's get going. So what you're gonna do is start by parting the hair into 4 sections. So the first section will be from the forehead to the nape of the neck, which is the back of the neck. And then you are going to part from over one ear to the other ear. Now, your partings don't have to be absolutely amazing and absolutely straight. This is only for the purpose of oiling the scalp and actually separating the quadrants. So you definitely will need to have 4 quadrants. I am utilizing our Itch No More hair and scalp pomade that is all natural and absolutely amazing in regards to nourishing the bulbs, helping to strengthen the scalp and the hair. So what I did was oil those 4 quadrants or 4 partings that I made. And then what you're going to do is you're going to now take each quadrant and you are going to split that into 4 sections. So you're going to make another cross in each section of the head. This is why we want 4. And you are going to oil those 4 sections. That's it. That's all, guys. It doesn't take a bunch of oil. It doesn't take a lot of time. This works for adults and children. Once you complete oiling each quadrant, so each quadrant will be divided in 4 after the hair is divided in 4, and you will basically oil each one of those partings. So you don't have to take a 1/4 inch of a parting to oil the scalp because people do that. My mom used to do that. We're not doing that, okay? Right. Once you complete the oiling of the scalp, you are going to then take those beautiful fingers of yours using the beds of the fingers, and you will then massage that oil all over the scalp. That's it. Wasn't that absolutely simple? That was just simple. So I'm going to repeat myself. You are going to take the beds of your fingers and you are now going to massage all of that oil into the scalp. You don't have to touch the hair, guys. The oil itself is going to be distributed throughout the entire head. So don't worry. The hair will not be dry. I promise you. Once you nourish the bulb, you have nourished the hair. That's it. The hair should be lightweight.